Hi, so the first thing I'm going to do is to just moisturise with my general moisturiser. On clients and sometimes on myself I'll use the Embryo Release because it's just a good all-rounder, but my own moisturiser is actually the Laura Mercier Tone Perfecting Cream. So obviously it moisturises, but it's one of its primary aims is to deal with uneven skin tone, which I feel like I have. I have pigmentation just around here, and the lighter areas of my skin kind of don't match almost, so I just take about that much onto my palms and just moisturise that in. Second thing that I always follow with is the Laura Mercier primer. This is the original version. I find that this one is just great, you know, for me. I don't have oily skin or dehydrated skin, you know, so the original one is fine. However, I know that they do 5 different primers, so these are the ones that I use on clients as well, and I find these to be the best. I've never had any problems with these primers. So just a little bit over the skin, and that's just to help foundation glide on a lot easier, and obviously for it to just stay a little bit longer throughout the day. I normally find when I use a primer, you know, my foundation stays in place. My blush as well, because that's the first thing that normally goes on me, especially a cream blush will always kind of fade out. And I don't need to top up my powder down my T-zone. You know, I can maybe just top it up around lunchtime and that's it. You know, and obviously just the lips. But yeah, that's because obviously if you use a primer it's going to help. Okay, so obviously for my daily routine I just use MAC Face and Body foundation. I've got C5 and C6 here. I just bought C5 the other day. I just wanted to kind of play around and just see, you know, what would happen if I mix the two together. And I quite like mixing the two now. Because sometimes the C6 is just a tad too dark, just in sort of these areas, whereas C5 is a little bit better. And Real Techniques stippling brush to apply that. Sometimes I'll actually apply it with my hands as well, just to really buff it into the skin, because as I said, I like to make it look like there's really hardly anything on the skin, and it's just a really nice fresh base. Just popping a little bit of MAC Moisture Cover in NW35 just underneath the eyes, just to conceal any dark circles. And I'm just going to set the whole base now with a bit of Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm going to use a MAC, I think it's a 126 brush, just a powder brush. So I'm just stippling that onto the face. I'm not using swiping motions, just stippling it onto the face. Okay, my second thing that I always do is to groom through the brows. So then I'm just tidying the brows up, and then I'm going to fill them in. So I'm just using MAC's eyebrow pencil instead. This is just my go-to. I love this product. I'm going to pop a tiny bit of Laura Mercier Eye Basics onto the eye. The Eye Basics are kind of like the MAC paint pot, except that they have what's called Eye Bright in there, so it brightens the eye at the same time as neutralising the discoloration that's on your eye and preparing the eyelid for anything that's going to go on. There's a couple of different colours in this, and they also now do the eye canvas, which is very similar to the MAC paint pot. Both of them are equally very good. I've used them both on myself and on clients, and the Eye Basics, it's lovely as well. So it's just a nice kind of creamy texture, and it has this particular colour, which is buff, has a slight kind of iridescence to it, which is quite nice. So you can just kind of wear that by itself, as you can see. You know, with a bit of mascara, a bit of eyeliner, and the main product that I will use is what's called the Laura Mercier Caviar stick. And what that is, it's like a cream eyeshadow, and they do them in so many different colours. I have a couple here which I will show you. So I have, let me just focus this a bit. I have the Plum one, which is this one which is called Smoke, and this is just Sapphire. Run the eyeshadow stick close to the lash line, and again, you don't have to be too perfect about it because it is a smudge look. I then take a 217 brush by MAC. I don't know if you can see that. So it's kind of like a dome shaped brush, and then I'm just going to blend that out. Before it sets, I'm just going to start to blend. So I'm not going to take it all the way over the eyelid. You can do that. It's pretty like that as well. But you know, for a daytime look, I think this is quite nice. So that's already giving you a little bit of definition to begin with. So the next thing I like to do is just take a little bit of a black eyeliner. This is MAC's Feline. Anything that's going to be quite creamy and quite easy to blend is going to be perfect for this. I wouldn't say anything too that kind of drags or is a little bit hard to blend. You'll know your eyeliners, what kind of texture they're like. Just something that's really easy and creamy to blend, because that's kind of going to give you that kind of smoky look quite fast and easy. So I just pop this in really close to the lash line. So what we're creating is like a gradient of a colour. So it's darker at the lash line, and then the colour nicely kind of bleeds out. So you can see you start to get that definition there. Just take a pencil brush. This is just one by Gosh. Anything that's kind of that shape is going to help you just to push that colour around a little bit. So all I'm doing is just taking my brush back and forth. And then I'm going to go back over with my 217 and just really merge the two colours together. If you feel like you want more of a pop of colour, pop of the plum to show through, then again just go back over with the Caviar stick and take the 217 back over. And that's going to give you more definition of, and again more colour. It's going to look a little bit stronger as well. Then pop a little bit of that black eyeliner into the waterline now. And this is what's going to kind of give you that smoky look. So you have the kind of very dark around the eyelashes and around this part, and then it bleeds out to that colour. So that's what gives you that. The mascara that I really like at the moment is the Benefit They're Real. So lashings of mascara. So I'm just going to use a little bit of the Guerlain Sun in the City Bronzer again, and just pop it onto the high points of the cheek, and I'm using a Screen Face blusher brush. Okay, and so just to kind of keep in tone with the kind of plum theme that we have here, I then just follow with a little bit of Bobbi brown blusher. This is Tawny, and I just pop that onto the apples of the cheeks and just take the colour back. Then just for lips, I always just take a little bit of, this is an Estee Lauder Pure Colour Gloss Stick, number 16 Pomegranate Kiss, and just kind of stipple it onto my lips. It just has a sort of pinky kind of red undertone, and I think it brightens the skin tone as well, makes the teeth look brighter. But I got talking to my cousin last week, I think it was. I went up to London, and I had to go and get my discount, which I should have done 2 years ago. I met her after 10 years of just, you know, we just obviously each did kind of our different thing, and yeah, it was finally really nice to meet her. She's been back in the country for a couple of months now. She was in India, and now she's back in the country. We just got talking over WhatsApp, and she was talking about learning new techniques and you know, looking at some different products and things like that. So I thought, okay, fine, why don't I combine a tutorial for her as well, and obviously show you a couple of different products, and also just a nice kind of go-to look that I think is really nice. So my cousin's name is Asha, and she has a business with a friend. It's called Oh Mama Earth, and it deals with crystals and lots of healing products for, you know, troubled relationships, fertility, people trying to, you know, conceive. Also things to do with like balancing harmony in the home and that kind of thing, all different types of things. So hop on over to the website. The website is Oh Mama Earth. So if you Google Oh Mama Earth, it should come up. I think the website might be under construction at the moment, but obviously it will be up and running very soon. I hope you like it. I hope it was helpful. Thank you for watching, and please, if you do like the tutorial, please subscribe. It means a lot to me. You know, your words are very kind, and it's kind of right encouragement that anybody would need, really. But thank you. Bye.